Hello, so in this one, we're trying to express this here as partial fractions. And this is a little bit harder than the ones we've done so far, because this time we have 3 fractions on the bottom rather than 2. But it's fundamentally the same type of question. The method that we use is just the same. So I'm going to first of all rewrite this out as a over 3x minus 2 plus b over x plus 1 and c over 2x plus 1. So I've now used a c as well as an a and b, but just a, b, and c over each of these 3 factors on the denominator. Then I'm going to multiply everything by all 3 of these. So on the left, I'm just going to get 19x squared plus 2x minus 2, because all these will cancel out. Then on my a, this one will cancel out, but I'll still have the x plus 1 and the 2x plus 1. And then for the b, I'll have the 3x minus 2, and if I can squeeze it in, the 2x plus 1. Hopefully you can still read that, not the neatest thing. And then we'll also have, for c, it won't have this one, but it'll have the 3x minus 2 and the x plus 1. Okay, so it would have been easier if that was all on one line, but that's not a problem. Just pretend that this bit here is just to the right of this. So, and then all we do is we go through and we substitute in all of our x values. So remember, we're going to try and get rid of as much as we can. So if I want to, so first thing, I look at this bracket here, x plus 1, and I know that if I plug in x as minus 1, it's going to get rid of this bracket and also get rid of this one here. So it'll cancel out this whole thing and this whole thing. So that's what I'm going to do first. I'm going to let x equal minus 1. So what do we have? Well, we'd have 19 times minus 1 squared plus 2 times minus 1 minus 2. That's what we'd have when we plug in minus 1 to all of these. And then over on this side, this stuff would all cancel out, and this stuff would all cancel out. But here I would have b, and then the 3x minus 2. If x is minus 1, 3 times minus 1 is negative 3. Take away 2 more is negative 5. And then here, 2x plus 1. 2x would be minus 2. Add 1 is minus 1. So that's what we'd get there. And so if I simplify all that, this would be 19, take away 2, take away 2. So that gives us 15, which is going to be equal to 5b. And then we can divide both sides here by 5 to find that 3 equals b. So there is our first one. Here we know that b here is 3. All right, next up, what could we get rid of? Well, to get rid of this bracket, if 2x plus 1 wants to equal 0, I know that I'm going to have to make the x minus a half. So I can now let my x equal minus a half. And so this time we'd get 19 times minus a half squared plus 2 times minus a half minus 2, which will cancel out this term, and will cancel out this term, because it also has a 2x plus 1 bracket, and will leave us only with this term. So I'll have a c, and then if this is minus a half, 3 times minus a half is minus 3 over 2. Take away 2 will be minus 7 over 2. And obviously feel free to do this sort of stuff in your calculator if you want, but minus 7 over 2. And then minus a half add 1 is just positive a half. So then we plug all of this into a calculator, and what we end up with is here we'd have 7 over 4 equals minus 7 over 4c. And so that tells us that minus 1 must be c. Yeah, so from that we found c as well. And we know that c, just here, must be minus 1. So we found b and c. Now we just need to find a. And so for this last one, it's this bracket. This is 3x minus 2 that we need to make 0. So x will have to be 2/3. So we can now plug in, let x equal 2/3. So I actually need this equation up the top. So that will mean that we have 19 sets of 2/3 squared plus 2 sets of 2/3. Oops, 2/3 minus 2. And that will give us a sets of, so if this is 2/3, 2/3 plus 1 is 5/3. And this bit here, again, if x is 2/3, this bit here is 4/3, add that, takes us to 7/3. So then we can just simplify this. This stuff on the left-hand side all simplifies down to 70 over 9. This stuff on the left is 35 over 9a. And so we divide both sides by this 35 over 9, and that tells us that 2 equals a. Yeah, so this a up here is 2. So now that we know that a is 2, b is 3, and c is minus 1, we can just plug all these in to this, and we'll have our answers. So we can say that f of x is 3 over, sorry, not 3, 2, my bad. We just found 2. 2 over 3x minus 2 plus 3 over x plus 1 minus 1 over 2x plus 1. So that was just plugging a, b, and c into these. And that's it. So this is kind of a fair bit long, well, it takes a fair bit longer than if there's only 2 fractions, but I hope you can see that the method is pretty much the same. You just go through plugging in different things as x, and each time you find out a, b, or c. And once you've got them all, you then just plug them into here, and you've got your final answer. So if you have any questions about any of that, then let us know down in the FAQ. And otherwise, I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks.